What's going on YouTube? It's your man's Mad King Leon III, and I'm back with another NBA 2K21 video, aka NBA 2K20 point nerfed. Before we start the video, I've been getting a few views here and there, so I'm gonna give you a few seconds to drop a like, please. Help a nigga grow. Let's count down. Now, the NBA 2K21 demo. What can I say? I thought it was trash at first, but after sitting down, taking some time to actually play the game, get used to the dribble controls, things of that nature, it's actually, in my opinion, one of the most balanced 2Ks that they've ever came out with. And a lot of 2Ks have been OP in one area. It's either OP in offense this year, not this year, but 2K20, the two ways were extremely overpowered. Like extremely overpowered. They had defense and they could score. They are limiting that this year. Before I get into what I don't like about it, let's talk about what I do like. The dribbling's been simplified. Very easy to dribble. They've made it to where your trash Randys are gonna be able to dribble this year. It's too easy. All you gotta do is flick up on the right stick. He's gonna do a crossover. Flick from left to right between the legs, right to left between the legs. The behind the back is 5 and 7 o'clock. I mean, it's real simple as far as the dribbling is concerned. The shooting is extremely simplified. Everybody's talking about how like they don't like the pro stick. First off, Mike Wang already said that window's gonna be bigger. The whole shot bar in general, shot meter in general is gonna be bigger when the actual game drops. And you don't have to time your jump shot with the pro stick. So I don't know what they're saying as far as someone being elite with it, because if you get a modded controller and you set it right, every time you press down on the right stick, it's gonna center it automatically. You don't have to time anything, just center it. Now, that doesn't mean you're gonna get a green 100% of the time. However, I've watched plenty of videos where these niggas is shooting full court greens because all you have to do is hold it down. You don't have to time anything. So we'll see what happens with that. Expect some patches, a couple patches within the first month. I'm gonna also let you know that you thought NBA 2K20 launch was bad. 2K21 is gonna be bad too. What I didn't like was I couldn't change the settings. Only thing I could change was the camera. I didn't like that. I wanted to turn the shot meter off. Pat Bev, as far as dribbling, that shit was stupid. As far as shooting, Kawhi Leonard, he's a decent shooter, but you know, that's not somebody you want to practice stick with. As far as slashing, this is how they made the game even. Let me fill you into something. The game is even because they have dumbed down all the builds as far as attributes are concerned. When it comes to slashing, the only builds that are gonna be able to slash efficiently, unless they fuck with the sliders, is gonna be builds with slashing in their pie chart. Other build that they did that to even the playing field when it came to the hop steps and people just running into the paint. I mean, you got 6'1", 6'2" playmaking shot creators that can hop step from the free throw line into the paint. That's dead this year. Point guards, as far as scoring, is going to be dead this year. The two guards and the small forwards are going to be the better builds. So I'm not going to get into this almost OP builds and all that shit. That's the main reason why I'm making this video, is because any YouTuber that's saying that they have the best build right now is telling some fucking lies. They lying to you. This is what this channel's here for. It's for the real shit. It's for real nigga shit. These niggas is lying. They capping. They doing it for views. They lying to you. And if you're gonna follow these niggas again for another year, you should know by now. I'm talking this. Niggas have been doing YouTube since what, 2K15, 2K16, and they lie every year. Let me help you out. Let me put you on game. 2K is a patchwork game. I say that to say this. Your build is as only as good as the patch will allow it to be. Think about all the 2Ks, and I've been playing Park since 2K. I played 1 or 2 games 16, but I've been playing Park since 2K17. Let's say you're on patch 2 just dropped. Your build has been dominating, but now it's not. That's what patches do. I mean, for instance, 2K20, the BP build, it was OP. That build was OP when they took that momentum behind the back, or the explosive behind the back out the game. You didn't see too many offensive threats out there anymore. I mean, you still see a few of them, but they're not as OP. The ones who still are playing with their offensive threat are mainly playing with them because of the overpowered shooting and driving, but it's not going to be that way, especially with point guards next year. It's just not happening. Also, almost every build is going to be the same speed. I have made 10 different players in the demo. I'm telling you, most of the builds are going to be the same speed. Brutal Sim said this back in 2K17. You don't notice a difference in attributes unless it's at 5-point intervals. So if you're at a 75 speed and someone's at a 73, it's pretty much the same. Once that one at 75 goes over the threshold to 76, 77, 78, then there's a noticeable difference between the dude who has a 73. So most guards are gonna be around anywhere between the 88 to 93 speed range. And it's pretty much gonna be, I mean, everybody's gonna be pretty much the same speed. The only thing that's gonna be different if they keep the takeovers for this 2K as they did last 2K. We still don't know exactly how that's gonna work. If you're watching YouTube and you see these YouTubers and this is the OP build and this is the demigod build, stop the cap. Stop capping. There are no OP builds. We have no fucking idea what the game is gonna be on like on launch day. Hell, we don't know how the game's gonna be in October, let alone September, November, December, when everybody leaves. Not everybody, but most people leave to go to next gen, and people are stuck with current gen. How's 2K gonna finesse them? I mean, we gotta look at this. 2K, I mean, I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. 2K is the biggest finesse kings in the game. They're gonna force people who are stuck on current gen to hate the game enough to go to the next gen. That's just how they work. They're not concerned with current gen anymore. We can already tell by how this game is from the demo, because everything in the demo could have been patched into NBA 2K20. That's the main reason why I've been saying for years 2K does not need to bring out a game every year. Every other year, whatever, because a lot of these games is just patchwork. Especially at this point when you come to the end of a console cycle and you've pushed the graphics to its limit. I don't think they have, because there are some games that I heard that got way better graphics than. Let me stop, I digress. If you have any aspirations or you hype about next gen, don't be. Because Mike Wayne said this.
You're gonna find that the next gen game is gonna be everything that you have in the current gen version, but just so much more in terms of like what you can do. The breadth of the title is so much more. There's so much more content. So much. It just feels completely different. So it's a very different beast. And you know, if you have the means, I highly recommend to all our fans to save up for that next gen version because it's going to be a great one.
So basically, what Mike is saying, he said you have everything in the current gen, but so much more you can do with the breadth. And what you can do is movement is different and all of that, but it's still the same game. Further on in the interview, he talks to Agent, and he tells Agent that it has the same DNA. What that means is it's gonna have the same core problems the current gen has, because DNA is the core, it's the root. So it's pretty much gonna be the same game, just differences here and there. Of course, graphics, of course, my part, load time screens, stuff like that. You know, those things are gonna be different, but pretty much don't get excited for next gen, like, because everything you're gonna be able to do in current gen, you'll do in next gen. I'm guessing it's just gonna be smoother. which is a good thing, but don't get your hopes up. Don't hold your breath, because you'll die before the next gen comes out. That's pretty much all I got for this video. As always, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like the information I gave you, if you like the information I gave you, hit that like button. And until next time, we out. Yeah.